Hello photography family, Todd Peak of Peak Photography, and I hope you're having a great day. Hey, today begins the journey of getting you out of auto mode. So come on, let's learn together. Today we're going to jump right in. We're going to get you out of auto mode and into the other modes of the camera, giving you more flexibility and more ability to determine what you want the image to look like instead of letting the camera make all the decisions for you. Today we're going to get you out of auto mode and into program mode. And over the next few weeks, we're going to go into shutter priority, aperture priority mode, and then into manual mode. So join with me as we take this adventure together and let's get you out of auto mode. I want to take you to a session we did at the Barker residence. Adam and Teresa are great friends. Adam's a fellow photographer and Teresa's a wonderful model. We were able to take some pictures today going from auto mode into program mode. Now, the difference between auto mode and program mode is really quite small. Program mode gives you a few more things that you can adjust and change in your camera, while auto mode will make all the decisions for you. So as you switch out of auto mode into program mode, you're still going to have a lot of help from the camera in making sure that your exposure is correct. But it does give you the ability to adjust your ISO and to make a few adjustments within the camera settings itself to have a little bit of creative control when determining what your image should look like. So let's take a look at how it turned out on site as we took pictures in auto mode and then in program mode and what the differences were.
All right, so in auto mode, it's doing everything for me. It's adjusting the aperture, it's adjusting the shutter speed, it's adjusting the ISO. And in this situation, I really want a clean image because I've got some beautiful woodwork on the stair railings. I've got some nice pattern in the stairs, so I don't want to get any additional noise here. So keeping this in auto, it cranks that ISO way up. It does give me the exposure that I'm looking for, but I do have to worry about noise in the back of the image. I do have to worry about the cleanliness of that photo. So when I switch over to priority mode, it's still going to do a lot of things for you. It's still going to make sure that all of those settings are exposing correctly, but it's going to give me the ability to adjust the ISO. And so now I'm going to be able to take that ISO down to a range that's more manageable. So I'm going to go from an ISO of 3200 down to an ISO of 320, which is going to make a huge difference in the noise that I obtain in the photo. So it does adjust my shutter speed down, so I'm going to have to be pretty steady in my shot, but this is going to give me a much cleaner image as we go into the next. Focusing right on high, 1, 2, and 3. One more, 1, 2.
All right, here's another situation where going from auto mode into priority mode is going to give you some creative advantage. In auto mode, of course, what we're doing is we're putting our model in a position where we've got a lot of light coming in. Of course, the idea is to let that natural light just catch the side of her face, but the back of it to be a little bit more in shadow. So what we're doing is just kind of creating that effect of lighting her toward the front, darkening the back. But most of our focus range is going to be capturing all this light coming through. So initially what this is going to do is it's going to try to do what they call a balanced metering or an average metering of the scene to give you that exposure range all the way across. But if we do that, because of the light coming into the window, and thankfully we have a cloudy day today, if it were a really bright sunny day it would be even worse, it's going to drop that exposure so low that it's going to make the model and it's going to make everything else too dark trying to expose for the image through the glass. So even using auto mode, even today with a nice cloudy day, we do get some detail of Teresa. I'm going to take it here in 1, 2, and 3. But when we move this on into priority mode, then I can take that and I can actually use that to adjust
the ISO down to where it needs to be to make sure that we're getting the correct exposure on Teresa's face, to make sure that we're getting that right color balance and we're getting that right light level to properly expose the image without blowing out the image. And 1, 2, 3. Good, thank you.
The differences are really subtle, but the important thing is that it gives you more creative control over your images. There are just situations that you need to control how the image looks. The cameras of today are amazing, and they do a wonderful job at getting the image right 99% of the time. But the point is to teach you how to make those adjustments on your own. In the future weeks, we'll be looking at shutter priority and aperture priority mode, as well as getting us into manual mode to learn how we can take full control of the decisions in how our image is going to look. I know today's been short and sweet, but I sure hope you've learned something today. If you have, would you hit the like button and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We don't want you to miss any future episodes that are coming up. As always, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.